I hereby call this meeting to order at 8:30 p.m. Secretary Strauss, can you please call roll? Here.
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 Senator Allison. Senator Lennon.
Here.
Senator Walton.
Here.
Senator Hernandez Gary.
Here.
Senator Hertzberg.
Here.
Senator Wilcoxon. Here. Senator Maldonado. Senator Godham.
Here.
Senator Barons. Here. Senator Frizo. Here. Senator Westfall. Here. Senator Abraham. Here. Senator Burns.
Here.
Senator Roth.
Here.
Senator Bada.
Here.
Senator Lovemont. Senator Williamson. Here. Senator Shen.
Here.
Senator Cavender.
Here.
Senator Zachary. Here. Senator Schindler.
Here.
Senator Howard. Here. Senator Martin. Here. Senator Flanagan. Here. Rolling call.
Thank you. All right, moving on to public comment. Are there any public comments in the audience or on YouTube? Seeing none, moving on to approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor of approving the agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? All right, moving on to senators' reports. Are there any senators' reports tonight? Senator Wilcoxon, sorry.
So today, a student brought a concern to me about the maps around campus and the one in the parking garage being out of date, all the buildings and streets on them. And so I was thinking about next semester doing an SR on this and how to get them updated. So if you have any information on who to reach out to, or if you would like to work on this with me, just let me know. Thanks.
Thank you, Senator Wilcoxon. Are there any other senators' reports tonight? Senator Martin?
Hi, so Earth Tones and I are partnering up and we're hosting an event this Friday at 7 p.m. in the community room to kind of talk about the COP26 and some changes we want to see in our environment. I hope that you guys can spread the word. I'll definitely be posting about it on social media. Earth Tones, so I'm super excited and hope you guys can be there.
Thank you, Senator Martin. Are there any other senators' reports tonight? Senator Schindler?
So since I will be in Washington DC next semester, this is my last student senate meeting of the year. So I just wanted to briefly say that you guys have been amazing to work with this year. I've enjoyed it during the whole semester, and I look forward to seeing what you guys do next semester, because I'll definitely still be keeping up and watching from the East Coast.
Thank you, Senator Chenoweth. Any more senators' reports tonight? All right, seeing none, advisor's report.
No report tonight.
All right, moving on to officers' reports. President Ford.
All right, so this Friday, Vice President Jacobs and I are meeting with President Padilla. So we'll be able to talk to him about different changes that are being made on campus and some of the ideas that you guys have brought up the past couple of meetings. Also, Dr. Fidel Rodriguez, she sent out the notes that we're taking at the We Matter Town Hall workshop. So I linked those in our minutes. That way, if you're interested in learning more about what was discussed, you can go ahead and take a look at those. Are there any questions for me about anything? And report.
Thank you, President Ford. Moving on to my report. First, I just want to say thank you all again for coming earlier last week for your photos and your headshots. You all look very nice and dapper. So hopefully we'll be getting those headshots soon and we can start getting advertisements, promotions, and those up on the website. Second, I want to address your guys' constituents reports. Thank you so much for all of you that went out and talked to your constituents and got those in. I read through all of them and they were great. Thank you so much for bringing those concerns to our attention. I did write the write-up for the whole Senate constituency report. This is just me taking themes from all of your reports and putting them together in one document. Tomorrow I'll be sending those out to the deans of the colleges. I'll also attach your guys' specific college and other constituent reports onto that email, but it'll be going to deans of colleges, administrators, President Padilla, and other people of importance on campus so that they are aware of the issues that you're bringing up in your reports. I'm not the end all to this. This is going to other people, so I'm excited to see what changes and solutions can come from your guys' issues that you brought up. So thank you so much for getting that together. If you want to, I did link it onto the agenda, so if you want to read through that, that'd be great. It's also going up on our social medias. So if you guys want to share that so that students are aware too, that would be great. Today in new business, we'll be discussing a Senate resolution that Senator Chenoweth and Senator Martin has brought up. So I just kind of wanted to go over with you like how I did last week with the tier budgeting, how to use Robert's rules in something like this. So this one is really easy. So what we're gonna do, if you guys decide to do that, I'm not the person that decides that, you guys are, in order to for it to be voted on tonight and this semester, it will have to be moved from new business to old business. And that is a simple majority vote of you guys. And then as soon as we get that into new business, that is when we can start discussion. So Senator Chenoweth and Senator Martin will present it in new business, but we will discuss it in old business if you decide to move it to old business. And from there, we will open it to discussion, just like how we did in budgeting last week. And then if you guys want to make any amendments, you can motion to make a friendly amendment or a motion to make just, so a friendly amendment is just something that the author can accept right away. More formal amendments are more formal in voting. And then just vote on it. So it's pretty simple, but just wanted to give you guys a heads up of how to kind of move discussion along with that. Next semester, in our first few Senate meetings, hopefully our first few Senate meetings, we'll be presenting our Senate structure models that Executive Committee has been working on for the past couple of months. So we hope to get your guys' opinion and input on these as we move forward with looking at our bylaws and what we want to be doing the next decade or so with Student Senate. So we're very excited to share that with you. And yeah, we'll start setting out some stuff regarding that next semester when we come back for you guys to start reading over. Lastly, our first meeting of next semester will tentatively take place on January 17th. I have to ask to make sure we can have it on that day because that is the Martin Luther King Jr. Day observance. And while we don't have classes, it is an observance, so I will make sure if we can have it that day or not. If not, we'll just have it next Monday because we come back to school on a Wednesday. That is it for me. Are there any questions? All right, seeing none, moving on to Secretary Shouse.
No report.
All right, moving on to PRC Grimpy. He says social media post today about TFC grant for board games. Tomorrow, constituency report will be released, like I said. And then he said that party after the meeting, please check the public spreadsheet to see if the food has certain ingredients. And yes, moving on to Executive Treasurer Lorenz.
No report.
All right, moving on to committee reports, Executive Committee Chair Faulkner.
So like Vice President Jacobs mentioned, we have been working on our plan for student senate structure. And at our last meeting, we finalized what we were thinking for the Senate representation plan. So now we're moving on to the financial structure. So that will be covered at this week. And hopefully we'll have something for you guys the first couple of weeks next semester. Any questions?
Thank you, President Ford. Moving on to Finance Committee Chair Friso.
All right, just to keep you guys updated, first of all, thank you for the great discussion about budgets last week. And all Tier 3 orgs have now received their finalized budget for the spring. Any questions? All right, and report.
All right, thank you, Chair Parizo. Moving on to Administration Committee Chair Chenoweth.
Hello again, everybody. The administration committee met with and voted on 3 new organizations tonight. So we'll go through all of them and give you some information about all of them. I think that'd be the best way to do this. And then if you guys have any motions or points to agree after I give you some information on all of them, then you can go ahead and make those. So starting out, we have the Catholic Club. The Catholic Club is a student-run organization that works in affiliation with St. Teresa of Avila Catholic Student Center in order to foster faith in Jesus Christ and faith community for Valparaiso University students. Events that would be offered through this organization would be retreats, service opportunities, mission trips, praise and worship, speaker and panelist nights, and student-led Bible studies. Next, we met with the Student Social Work Organization. The Student Social Work Organization is committed to engaging both the campus community and social work department through promoting social justice, fostering relationships across cohorts, providing educational opportunities and resources, engaging academic excellence, and advancing professional development. Led by social work majors and minors, the SSWO looks to empower undergraduates and serve the student body's needs. And then lastly, we have the Society of Women in Business. The Society of Women in Business aims to empower women with different backgrounds, nationalities, and identities, majoring or minoring in any business field, and help prepare them for issues they may face in male-dominated fields. We would like to learn together in a space of women to build confidence and feel prepared for male-dominated industries. Anybody have any motions or points to make?
Motion to vote as slate.
Second.
All in favor of voting as a slate, please raise your placards. All right, all opposed? Any abstentions? All right, all in favor of voting on Catholic Club, Student Social Work Organization, and Society of Women in Business, all as new organizations, please raise your placards. All opposed? Any abstentions? These three new organizations pass 22-0-0.
Thanks, guys. And report.
All right, moving on to Committee on Media, Chair Behrens.
No report.
All right, moving on to Screening Committee, Chair Godfrey.
No report.
Moving on to Committee on Residence, Chair Abraham.
No report.
Moving on to Dining Services, Chair Dawson.
No report.
Moving on to Diversity and Inclusion, Chair Howell.
The final meeting for the DEI or DI, Diversity and Inclusion Committee, is Wednesday, December the 8th, from 7 to 8 p.m. in the County Case. End report.
Thank you, Senator Howard. Moving on to discretionary funds, Chair Rob.
No report.
All right, moving into new business. Oh my gosh, we finally have something in new business. All right, if Chair Chenoweth or Senator Chenoweth and Senator Martin want to come up here and present this, and then we'll go from there.
Again. So this is our really was the brainchild of Senator Martin, who had the idea for it and brought it to me. I kind of put together more of the mechanics, but if Senator Martin wants to talk more about where the idea came from first, then I can tell you guys more about what exactly is in these.
So as someone who lives at the K. Duesenberg German House and who has been traveling there since I was a freshman, during the winters it can get pretty tricky, during the regular school year as well, especially at the intersection of Campus Drive South, Mount Street, and Linwood Avenue. There's a hill that kind of like goes down, and cars do not go the speed limit most times. They kind of speed down that hill, and it's very dangerous to cross the intersection when people are not paying attention. So putting a stop sign there for them to stop at the end of that hill so we can cross the road safely would be great.
And so with that, that intersection is a city road. So it's not like the university can just decide to put up a stop sign on the city road. It would take an act of the city of Valparaiso. So because of that, what the SR aims to do is just ask the Valparaiso University Police Department and the Campus Planning and Space Allocation Committee to just investigate if there even is a possibility of a stop sign being placed there. And then after that, to report back to Student Senate how likely something like that would be. So just trying to get the process started and get people looking into whether or not this is even a possibility is really what we're aiming to do.
Motion to move into old business?
There's a motion to move into old business. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor of moving SR 001 FA 21 to old business, please raise your placards. All opposed? Any abstentions? It is moved into old business 2200. All right, it is moved into old business. Is there a motion to discuss? Or a motion to vote?
Motion to vote.
There's a motion to vote. Is there a second? All right, all in favor of approving SR 001 FA 21, please raise your placards. All opposed? Any abstentions? All right, SR 001 FA 21 has been approved 2200. This will now be sent to the allocation committee and FUPTI. So thank you very much for Senator Chenoweth and Senator Martin putting this together. hopefully we get some answers. All right. Moving into public comment, are there any public comments here in the audience or on YouTube? Seeing none, moving into post-mortem. Thank you all for all of your work this semester. We have an SR to put on our books too, but along with all of your great hard work and talking to your constituents and bringing up these issues, as well as starting to look at the future of Senate. There's been a lot of great work this semester. Thank you to the senators that are leaving us after today and studying abroad or studying in DC or going back home or graduating. Thank you so much for all the work that you put in and representing the student body to the best of your ability. We really appreciate all of your work that you did here. And we hope that you come back if you're able to in fall 2022. Also, I know we're also gonna have a party right after this, but I do wanna wish you all good luck on your finals, your final projects, and final papers, as well as having a safe, healthy winter break. And then we look forward to having you back in the spring. Are there any questions before we end this for the semester? All right, seeing no questions, moving into adjournment, is there a motion to adjourn? Is there a second? All in favor of adjourning, please say aye. All opposed? Any abstentions? I hereby adjourn this meeting at 8:50 p.m. Let the fun begin.
Let the fun begin.